Today I'm on the Amazon website for what I hope is a somewhat interactive experience for KevCentral viewers. I'm going to let you pick from a selection of available bikes, vote on them by commenting in the description, and I'll take the one with the most votes, the most popular one, buy it, ride it, and review it. Here are the parameters. First, the budget up to $279, and also it has to be one of the bikes seen in this video, one that I select. That will make it easier and also give everyone's selection a fair shot. When I came up with this idea, I didn't expect that the second bike I would see would grab my attention, if only for the name. Highland, I assume is how it's pronounced. Can you imagine being on the trail and having someone say, "What are you riding today?" "My Highland." This comes in a couple of colors, but I think that blue, it's the perfect look for this name. The Highland has a Max McFerren style fake taper and a rather common set of components. This may not mean anything, but at least they completed the information section with a few pictures. To give this bike a chance at being selected, vote Highland. In the recommendation feed below the Highland, I found the next bike, the Eurobike OBK E7. Each week I usually get a few Eurobike review requests, and recently one for this specific bike. Now I'll admit I don't really see anything outstanding here. Bolt-on wheels, a rear shock that looks oddly proportioned in relation to the suspension pivot, but still it doesn't really weigh that much in comparison to other full suspension bikes in its price range, coming in at 33 pounds, and it also has a stated rider weight capacity of 300 pounds. To give this bike a shot at winning, vote Eurobike OBK E7. I also found another Eurobike, this one a hardtail version of the OBK. It's called the X1. It's a 29er and it has a lot of the same, including bolt-on wheels. And it also meets the price requirements of this video, so to vote for it, vote Eurobike OBK X1. I wanted to have a folding mountain bike as a selection, and initially I thought this King 2 would be a fit. Then I discovered that only the used version came in at the right price point. But don't worry, another folder will be coming up in a minute. Next, I stumbled across something peculiar. Not only does it look odd, but I'm always impressed with anything that only has one review and manages a 1-star rating. At the very least, we know they haven't padded their review stats. This is the Max 4 Out, though the frame in the picture is labeled as Outroad, whatever that means, and evidently this is good quality with excellent structure. Whatever it is, it definitely has fenders, but what really grabs my attention is the headset. I mean, look at that, and comically, they gloss right past it, even though they show a close-up picture, only to below it call the disc brakes unique. All the other components are pretty much what I expect, though I do note that the fork looks to have a manual lockout. Another attention grabber, Max 4 Out, clearly listed as the name, but the logo graphic only says Max Out. And to make an odd bike even odder, the max rider weight 200 pounds. Vote Max 4 Out for this bike. Next, I found a Avalon, another name that I regularly get review suggestions for. This is the Avalon Ridge 1.0. This Avalon is somewhat plain looking in my opinion, but it does have trigger shifters, dual disc brakes, and both wheels look to have a quick release. There's also a stated 17-inch frame, so there's a Avalon option for fans of that brand. Vote Avalon Ridge 1.0. And here's the folding bike I said was coming, the X-Spec 26-inch. Personally, I've never been a fan of folding mountain bikes, much less big box quality folding mountain bikes. But here it is, dual suspension too. And it too has a completed info section where it looks kinda small, at least in relation to this guy. But it meets the parameters and it folds, so vote X-Spec 26 to give it a chance. And I added 2 additional bikes that met the demands for this video, the first being this Highland 26-inch mountain bike. This Highland is also available in at least 2 frame sizes, and it looks a lot like the Max McFerren, I mean almost an identical copy, though this has 24-speed gearing, so it may be one step up from what otherwise looks to be the same. Vote Highland 26 to see this bike featured. And my final selection caught my attention because of the name, u.see, another brand that would make for surprising looks during trail conversations about bikes. Looking further, I see that the u.see has a comparatively upscale set of components, like the fork, having a preload adjustment and a manual lockout, which we saw on another bike earlier, so maybe that's starting to trickle down. But what we haven't seen is a bike with a Shimano cassette instead of a freewheel. And that piques my interest in this bike's wheel set because maybe it has some potential. Plus, check this out, they openly state this is a beginner level mountain bike, so u.see may be somewhat honest, at least with their description. Also note that shipping for this early to late November, so factor that into your vote, and to vote for this bike, vote u.see. So there you have it, a selection of bikes to choose from. Vote by commenting below with which one you want to see me buy and review. I'll pick the one that has the most votes and make that happen. Now note, if it becomes unavailable, I'll choose the one with the next highest vote total. So let your voice be heard and comment with your selection. I look forward to seeing which one wins out. Thanks for watching and for voting. Have a great day.